guys, it's Amy at Zoe back, and I'm gonna do a little quick kind of my goals check-in from 2018, and I didn't add this to my stats video. I don't know what I was thinking, mostly because it was going probably too long anyway, but I thought I'd make it just a short little goals thing. So there'll be stat videos, and then there'll be this one, which is kind of the goals. So I do talk about a few things that cross over, but this one's more just to look at what I had decided I thought I would get done in 2018, while the stats video is more of what actually happened in 2018. So I kind of screwed this up, but you guys will just have to forgive me. Maybe next year I'll be more on ball. I don't know. Anyway, so just to go through real quick, I had 10 goals in 2018, and not all of them did I do very well at, and some of them I have definitely not carried over into the next year, and some of them I definitely have. So we'll just go through this really quickly since I screwed up and didn't in the other video. So I had a Goodreads goal of 52 books. If you've heard, I did get 104 books read this year for things, so that's pretty good. I doubled my Goodreads. That was not on purpose. It was just I was so close. I was hoping I was gonna make it, but I did actually. I was kind of surprised. So I kept my goal this year at 52 as well. It's easy for me to think of a book a week because that's kind of how that goes. I did keep the goal. If you know me, I always do 50 pages per day on average for the month, and in 2018 I did get that. I think I got 84 pages a day was my average, which was pretty awesome. So that was pretty good. My third goal was to clean up my Goodreads currently reading list. I did do this in January of last year, and I did it once or twice through the year where I went through and got rid of some stuff that had been sitting there for a really long time. Right now I'm currently have 7 books on my currently reading. Well, when I crossed over into the new year, one of those books I'm already going to probably move over and put it back to want to read. I don't feel like I'm going to get to it. But 3 of those 6 that are left are books that I need to try one more time before I give up on them and DNF them. So I'm going to do that. And the other 3 are ones I really am technically reading, which is one was an audiobook, one's the physical book, and one's Bleak House by Charles Dickens that I have not done very well at doing the readathon. Read along with that with Katie at Books and Things. Serial reading is not for me, I don't think. I think I might wait and then just read the whole thing and then I'll go watch all our videos. I don't know. Anyway, but so I did clean it up. That was my thing, and I'm going to continue doing that. That's a good idea. So number 4 was to cull my books, and I did do this early in January, and then I continued on and did it 2 more times that year. One not so much, and then I did one in December, which was really cool. I did pretty good on that because I had so many books I had to put away and I had no shelf space. So that one I'm going to continue. As I said, that's one of my things to continue with. And then number 5 goal was to limit my library books. Now I didn't do so hot on this. I think yes, Cooper, man. I have to I think I figured out that it's about 32% came from my library, the stuff that I read this year. So, well, at 6 months it was that. So it was a little bit less than that by the end of the year. I don't, hold on, wrong sheet, and the cat's got me all flustered here. It was 20%. Yeah, 20% by the end of the year. Is that the right line? No. 25%. Sorry, I was hopeful. So I got it down to 25% from the library overall for the year, which I think is a good number. I do still want to kind of drop it a little bit more. I do have a lot of books on my own that I want to read, but I still like getting the new hardbacks once in a while from the library just because it's cheaper that way. So anyway, I'm going to still work on limiting my library books to just a few at a time. My goal going forward, of course, is I'm going to try to keep only 5 books on my on hold list, which I'm right at. If I go to the library today, there's 3 books waiting for me, but 5 more are sitting there on the whole list of stuff I'm waiting for stuff to come in. And 2 of them are not out yet, so they're like actually really far out. And the other 3 are ones that I'm just waiting my turn. So that's pretty good. Yes, and Cooper has to be here. You know him. Anyway, let's see here. So I want to try to read 80% from my shelves, I said, for last year. No, I didn't make that clearly if I said 25% of that was from the library. So I need to work on that. I would like to, as I said, I think I want it to be a lot closer to that 80%, if not more. So we're going to work on that. So the next one, I told myself I was going to have a no-buy January and February last year. And I bought more books in January than I did any other month of this year. And any year ever, probably. So, epic fail. Epic fail. February wasn't as bad, but it was still pretty bad. So, okay, so I know myself now pretty well to know I can never tell myself I have to do a no-buy. There's just never going to happen. So, again, I've talked about my book buying. We're going to probably be talking about this for a little bit longer as I work out a system that works for me. So I'm in the process of another system that it's still buying, but it's reduced. We're going to try. I'm going to try really hard. Anyway, so that was an epic fail. No more no-buys. It's never going to happen for me. Curb, yes. No-buy doesn't work. And then number 8 is my goal was to be more consistent filming, because the year before, my first year, I was very hit and miss. You know, I did this stuff in the early part of the month and the end of the month because that was all the same, those videos that everybody does. But the middle of the month, I had like nothing to do. Like I didn't know what to do, maybe a tag here and there, but it wasn't enough. So because I've gone to a weekly reading update, which is every Sunday, I put up a video about what I've read that week and what I'm in the middle of and what I want to read in the next week. I think that's really helped, and I want to continue doing that, and that's very consistent. And then I can do all the other tags and other monthly things, but I can spread them out so that I'm getting a couple videos out a week. So to me, that's a much better situation, and I get stuff done. And I remember the books better to talk to you about them. If I wait till the end of the month, I was having trouble remembering things. And it's not like I read that many books, but I read just enough that details kind of floated away. So I did get a lot more consistent this year, and I hope you guys have noticed that. I really have been. And then number 9, I did have a thing to do Manuscript Monday, which again was more for my writing and having chats every 2 weeks on my writing. I gave this up in May because I was not writing, and it was actually more stressful to talk about it that I wasn't writing. So I've let this go. I still want to focus on my writing in the next year. But 2018, I did actually write quite a bit, just not as much as I wanted or on all the same projects. So we're going to work on that. Anyway, but yeah, I don't have any videos related to writing right now. I might do when we get to NaNoWriMo again, or Camp NaNoWriMo, might do something like that if you guys want that or not. I don't know. And then number 10 of my goals was to do more vlogging. I don't do that much. I do it here and there. I have done it off and on. I don't know if you guys would like to see more of that. I didn't put that on my goals this year, just because I just didn't think of it. Actually, I kind of forgot. So, I don't know. I like vlogging. I just don't do quite a lot of it. I'm kind of a boring life. I really just have the kittens who are in my way all the time. I just don't do a whole lot besides work, which I can't film at work. So anyway, so those are all the goals, the 10 goals that I had that were on my video for goals for 2018. So, you know, I didn't do super hot, but I did do quite a bit. So that's not too bad. The only other thing is I had a list of 15 books that I wanted to read. Sorry. So I wanted to read these 15 books. Now, if you, okay, you'll understand why I'm laughing is because I made a video about like 60 or 80 books I just put up that I wanted to read this next year as my TBR choices. Anyway, sounds funny. Anyway, so I had 15, I had 30 books here on this list. I'm sorry. I'm little giddy, the little kitty here. So I have 30 books that I wanted to read. I had 10 nonfiction books and 10 fiction books and 10 classics that I wanted to read. And I didn't do so I didn't do great. I did read 4 of the nonfiction books that I had on this list. I think my problem was I put a couple of books that were all kind of similar, so I shouldn't have done that, and then I just didn't get to the other ones that I wanted to read on that. On the fiction books, I failed miserably. I only read 2, and I DNF'd 1, and one of them is on my list of the ones I want to try one more time before I DNF it. So I didn't do so hot on these, but there's a lot of these books I really want to read, which have moved on to my new TBR list. So they're still there. And then the classics, I did read 5 of them, and one of them is on that to try one more time before DNFing. And then, but I didn't get to 3 of the books. So is that right? 1, 2, 3, yeah. So I got 5 read, and I started 1, and so that was actually my best was the classics. But I still didn't do so hot. And as I said, this year I have a list of 80. There's no way I'm gonna have a better percentage with 80 rather than the 30 I had here. But you never know. So this is just kind of a little, I meant this to be a lot faster, but this was kind of a goals check-in from 2018. Didn't do so hot on some of the items. Some of them not so bad. I mean, I didn't, I mean, I could have done better. But oh well, that's the fun of it, is you plan things and see what happens and what works and what doesn't, and some of it does. So anyway, hope your guys' 2019 is going well and you're getting snuggles from your kittens. Sorry. And if you guys think I should try to do more vlogging, let me know. That is one thing I don't know. I just haven't done it for a little while now. I'm kind of out of practice. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.